Clint Eastwood sat alone at a small roadside diner on the outskirts of Carmel, California, sipping his black coffee. The sun had just set, and the neon sign flickered outside, buzzing in the quiet. The place was nearly empty, except for the weary waitress behind the counter and the occasional trucker passing through. The door burst open, and 5 bikers strutted in, clad in leather and chains. Their leader, a burly man with a thick beard and tattooed arms, scanned the diner and smirked when he spotted Eastwood. "Well, well, if it ain't the man with no name," he said mockingly, loud enough for everyone to hear. Clint didn't look up. He continued sipping his coffee, his face impassive. He'd seen men like this before, loud, reckless, looking for trouble. The bikers swaggered closer, surrounding his booth. One of them grabbed the coffee pot from the waitress's hand and poured himself a cup, ignoring her protest. Another leaned in close to Clint. "You're looking a little frail there, old man. Ain't you supposed to be in a rocking chair somewhere?" he sneered. Clint set his cup down slowly. His eyes, sharp as ever, flicked to the man, then back to the leader. "I was just enjoying my coffee," he said evenly. "No need to make a scene." The leader chuckled. "We just want a picture. Come on, let's get a nice little selfie with the legend." He pulled out his phone and leaned in. Clint sighed. "I don't do selfies." The leader's smile faded. "Now that ain't very friendly." He reached out as if to grab Clint's shoulder. Faster than any of them could react, Clint's hand shot out and gripped the biker's wrist like iron. A flicker of something ancient and dangerous flashed in his eyes. "You should think real hard about what you're doing," Clint said in a low voice. The diner had gone silent. The waitress took a cautious step back. The biker snatched his hand away, rubbing his wrist. "Tough guy, huh? We don't take kindly to that." Clint sighed again and reached into his jacket. The bikers tensed, but instead of a gun, Clint pulled out a cell phone and dialed a number. He held it to his ear and waited. "Hey," he said after a moment, "got a situation." The bikers exchanged confused glances. Then, as Clint listened, a slow, knowing smile spread across his face. He gave the leader a long look, then simply said, "You boys might want to sit tight." Outside, the sound of approaching engines filled the night. The deep, rumbling growl of motorcycles, many of them. The bikers turned pale as a dozen figures emerged from the darkness, stepping into the glow of the diner's neon light. Weathered men, grizzled but steady, their eyes cold and unflinching. One of them stepped forward, a towering figure with silver hair and an unmistakable air of authority. "Everything all right, Clint?" Clint took another sip of coffee. "Yeah, just some boys who don't know who they're messing with." The leader of the bikers swallowed hard. We were just joking around, man. No harm meant." Clint nodded. "Then finish your coffee and leave." The bikers didn't need to be told twice. They downed what was left of their drinks, dropped a handful of crumpled bills on the counter, and practically ran to their bikes. Engines roared, tires screeched, and within moments they were gone. Clint set his empty cup down. "Thanks for the backup, boys." The silver-haired man chuckled. "Any time. You've got more friends than enemies in this world, Clint." Clint gave a slow nod and smiled. "Guess that's the way it should be." The men sat down, ordered coffee, and for the rest of the night, the diner was filled with the laughter and stories of old warriors bound by a respect earned through time.